What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Mafex, I think they call it Metacom toy. But this is like a Venom figure from Mafex, and it's actually based on like the comic version of Venom, which I would have preferred. I am so excited about actually picking up a Venom figure. But I must admit, this is also my first figure from Mafex. Well, Mafex, you know, I have never had a figure from them, but I am very familiar with this company. But I just never have picked up a figure, and there were like other figures that I did have my eyes on picking up like a long time ago, but I just never bought to pick up now. But I chose to go on with this Venom figure because I am a fan of Venom. This is my favorite Spider-Man villain too as well. So that's no reason why I chose to pick this one up. So yeah, this is based on the it says Venom like comic book version on the box, but it is actually just based on well, he was like in Web of Spider-Man, I think, too. Spectacular Spider-Man, all those kind of different issues, too. But I guess mostly like the Amazing Spider-Man issues. But anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. Now, as you can see, this is the box that contains the Venom figure. And there's a cool image of the figure right there. It looks just how he did, like in the early 90s, like comics. Because I even have a few of those issues. You can even see Venom like on the inside with like his accessories. And it also has like that picture up there of Venom that says "Die Spider-Man," like he's saying it. I like how they have that too right there, like they give him like the number of this particular issue, like 6-inch 88 Mafex. Then that's kind of cool. There's also an image of him on the side. Now, like I mentioned, it does say right there that this is the comic version of Venom too, like in this white right here. It does say it's a comic version of Venom, like right here. There's also another image of him on the side, and plus they have like images of the figure and the accessories that he has right here, like on the back. I noticed they had like some like Asian type writing too on it, which I can't read, but I'm going to get into this right now. I do notice right here in the side of the box there's like a background of like New York City. So I think that's kind of cool, but you can't take it out though. I thought you would be able to actually take it out. And this here is actually like the figure itself. I see he has like some more stuff. Oh yeah, he has like the like his stand, which is like taped right here in the back of him. So I know I'm gonna have to actually assemble that too. But this is how it is, how it looks like in this clamshell type packaging. What I'm gonna do first is actually assemble Venom's stand. Looks like they have it like in pieces too, Mafex. They have like 3 different pieces that you have to actually put together, so I'm gonna see. Yeah, as you can see, he has like 3 different pieces for like his stand right here. You have like this main piece that you would stand him on. Then he has like this right here, I believe is kind of cool. I already had to do about this. It has like 3 different peg holes, so you actually can have like 3 figures on this. Like when you take like the actual neck piece right here and put it on, you can actually have like 3 different figures. Because I can have like Venom like on one piece, like in the middle, and you can have like 2 other figures like on the other side, like pegged out, like they could be like swinging or anything. So I think that's kind of cool. Then they also have like this thing right here too, like the actual neck piece. I think that's what it's called. Then once you have this assembled, this is how it is. So it actually connects in right there. Then it actually connects like up here too. So you have like about 2 separate pieces to actually connect to the actual like base thing right here. Now these can be troublesome. I am very familiar with these because I know a lot of times when you put like the figure on them, they'd be like, if it's like a weighted, like a heavy figure, this right here start falling all down. But what you usually would do, what I'm familiar with, is just take like a screwdriver and you just tighten like the screws that's like on the inside, and that'll make the figure actually stay up. Alright. Okay, as you can see, there's the Mafex Venom figure. So I'm going to do is measure him. And he's just under 7 inches. Almost 7 inches. So he's like over 6 inches. But very close to 7 inches. So what I do first is talk about like the articulation and the likeness to the figure. Now I must admit, this is an awesome looking Venom. That's why I chose to go on this figure, because I am such a huge fan of the character. This is my favorite Spider-Man villain. So that's why I chose to go ahead and pick this one on up. Now if anything, I wish it could have been like a larger size figure. like a 7-inch, and I know it's just like on the inch, you know. Even like not to get too extreme, I wouldn't mind like a quarter size version of this. But I think they did a pretty good job on this. Like the face and so on, it really looks how he did like in the comic books. And I actually have a lot of those comics too, like collected. I like how he said the spider like on his chest, that looks good. The muscularity in him too as well. He even has like those like on his hands too. They did a pretty good job. His head does have like a tilt, so you can like tilt Venom's head. It turns like left and right. I heard there's some problems with the actual head too once you remove it. And as you can see, this is the Venom that doesn't have the tongue like hanging all out his mouth, like the saliva and stuff on it. But you can't see like his tongue in it, you know. His arms can go up like that, so you can't raise like Venom's arms. He stands too pretty well too. He can split. Legs can go up. They are loose too, so I notice he's not really tight, so you can't bend them like that. I'm impressed with it. Like if anything, like I said, I wish it could have been like larger. He does have bend in the arms, like in the elbows. Hands can rotate. The spider is also on his back too, that spider symbol. This is an impressive figure. Like I say, if anything, I wish it was like larger, you know. Kind of like a lot of the Mafex figures. That's why I wasn't too like big on actually getting them. They're like this size. And this is 6 inches, almost like 7 inches, you know. I think he can do like an air crunch, so yeah, you can like put Venom in this kind of pose too, and I think he'll stay up. Yeah, you can bend him like that and he will stay up. So yeah, I think this is a pretty cool figure. I know it's rated also that it has a Marvel on it. I think that said, yeah, Marvel. So I think that's pretty cool. His feet can like turn. I know they're kind of like loose too, 'cause I know these can come off too if I'm not mistaken. Notice also you can bring Venom's legs out too. Like if you look closely, it doesn't really stand out too much, but you can like pop them out, because I do know some figures do have that, where you can bring the legs on out. So you can actually have them a little taller. So actually got his legs kind of popped out a little more. Now I want to talk about the accessories that come with the Mafex Venom figure. He has like 4 strands of webbing right here, as you can see. I'm going to touch on these. He has like 2, and like they're both like 2 for each arm that's like the same kind of. Because these right here look like very similar, and these are kind of the large ones of the webs. And he also has like 2 of these too. And these are like, you can tell they're like very similar, but these are actually shorter. Like if you took one, you can see that it was actually shorter than the other one, if you can see it. Now I must admit, I think they did a pretty good job on these too, because you actually can even see like the webbing, like the round things that be round, you know, like them tingles. I think that's pretty good. Now what you do with Venom, I think you actually have to take his hand off too, if I'm not mistaken. But I know you can actually take these and you would just like loop it like through his arm. I'm gonna try right now and see if I can get one. Because the web, they don't bend or anything. You can tell that they will actually stay up. So you can't actually just loop it right on through like his arm, I believe. So yeah, right there, as you can see, like he's like shooting it out. I must admit that it was kind of cool. So you got like Venom just shooting out the web like that. That's why he shot it like that at his hand. One of the reasons why I was kind of drawn to this figure too is I know you can put like Venom in like these dynamic poses, like he's swinging. So I could take like a web and put it around his arm, and then also have him like on the other stand. So I'm gonna see if I can do that right quick. And here's like a demonstration of Venom actually swinging. I know I could have done him in a better pose than that, but that's how it would look, you know. I like how you can even aim like the web out the camera, like he's swinging from like a building or something. I think that is so awesome. That's cool. Like I said, if anything, I just wish it was like larger, you know. It would have been more cool if it was like larger, but it's still pretty cool though. So right there you can see the guy like he's swinging. And I must admit, I did actually have to tighten this up to get Venom, this to hold him up. Because when I put it on, like his weight was actually bringing the stand down, bringing this on down. So I actually had to get like a screwdriver like right here. and I actually had to tighten it up, and that's what kept it up. So yeah, if your figures be falling when they're on these, just like get like a screwdriver and just tighten up the bolts, and that'll keep them up. Now I want to talk about the alternate heads that come with the Venom figure. Now the first one I want to talk about is the actual Eddie Brock head sculpt. Now this is what made me go ahead and pick up the figure too. That it actually has like an Eddie Brock head sculpt. Now that's so awesome. There's no question I'll be displaying Venom like this sometimes, like the actual Eddie Brock head sculpt. You can even say the symbiote like oozing up his neck, like as if the mask is coming off his face or even going up his face. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think this part actually detaches too, if I can remember correctly. I think you can actually pull this part out, like his neck part out, from the Eddie Brock face sculpt. And that does look comic book accurate too, like from the 90s, how he looked it. I always felt that he did like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like to a certain extent, like his hairstyle and stuff. And this here is the other head sculpt that comes with Venom. And I must admit, even I think this one is so awesome. It really does look how Venom looked like in the 90s, where it's just like his teeth, like he's just smiling. So I think that is done very well. So this is like an alternate head. So he actually has like two alternate heads right here, as you can see. So Venom has actually like 3 heads, like in total. Like if you take that one off, you have like 2 of them. I already heard about how troublesome those are. Now as I move on through the accessories, I want to talk about the 2 feet that comes with Venom. So right here are 2 of his feet. Now one of the things, and this was another thing that drew me to the figure too, about his feet, that they're magnetized. So as you can see, these actually have magnets on it, so you can actually like hook Venom to something. Cause see right there, I can actually attach the feet to one another like that. See how it's hanging because of the magnet. Now I must admit that really is an awesome feature to have. So you can actually probably have Venom like on the walls and stuff like that, you know. And up next, Venom has like a set of like I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 10 alternate hands. So I think 12 hands in total, but that's how many hands you actually get. And they're actually sets of hands too, which I always think is cool. Like when they actually give you like hands with figures, I know that they give you like a left and right, and it does like this. But this is what this has. He has like these he has like claws and fists. Like these right here, like kind of like gripping hands. You can tell like webs can go in these, but they're like claw type hands. Then he also has these 2 I say these for last. He has like 2 fisted hands right here. Like they're fists. It looks like some could probably go on them, but I think they're kind of closed. Then he has 2 more claw hands. So he has like a mixture of claw hands and like fisted hands, and they all have like that white paint on the end. Then he also has like these are 2 solid fisted hands. Nothing can go in these. They're actually just like fists, like he's fighting. But Venom then also has 2 magnet hands. So he has like 2 hands right here which have like a magnet in it. So I think that's awesome. So you got magnets for the hands and for the feet. I also wanted to give like a demonstration that you can actually I put the magnet hands and the magnet feet on the Venom figure. And as you can see, he is like on this rail. This is like a bookshelf thing that I keep books on. But as you can see, he's actually on it. And that's actually like the magnet that's holding him. And it really is holding him too. And I only have like 1 hand and 1 foot. And you can tell that it's still actually holding this weight. I bet if I move it around here, as you can see, I can turn it like that. And he still stays on. So that is cool. And I'm only using like 1 hand and 1 foot. So I know it'll definitely hold him. Like if I actually had put like 2 hands, like 2 feet, that would definitely hold Venom up. That is an awesome accessory to have with this figure. That's pretty cool. Okay, there's the Mafex Venom figure. This figure is awesome. My only problem with it is that it's just so like small, you know. And I know like it's almost 7 inches, you know. But I just feel that it could have been like a bigger or larger figure. But I'm still impressed with it. I'm glad I picked this up. And like I say, this is my favorite Spider-Man villain, like my all-time #1 favorite Spider-Man villain. So I'm definitely glad that I had picked this Venom figure up. Like I said, it would be awesome like a Mafex or even like a other company do like a larger scale figure, I think that would be so awesome. Especially we can put them in like dynamic poses like this too as well. Cause I like how you can have him like he's like swinging and so on. The articulation is good on him. It looks very closely to how you did like in the 90s comic books, which I have like a lot of, like the actual like 90s comics. But yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this one up, especially if you're like a fan of Venom. This has to be probably one of the best Venom figures out there, because I heard that it really wasn't the best one. I heard there's like other ones, you know, that actually are better, you know. But I think this one is a pretty awesome one. I would definitely recommend it, because it does look how Venom really looked at when he first was starting out, like in the Spider-Man comics, you know. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. So this is the Mafex. I think Metacom, I think that's what you call it. Oh yeah, this is also my first figure from Mafex too as well. So that's another reason I'm kind of excited about picking this one up, because this is my first venture into like their line of figures. Because I know most of their figures are like on this scale too. I think mostly like 6 inches to like 7 inches. And there are also other figures I have my eyes on picking up too as well. But yeah, this is the Mafex Metacom Venom figure comic version. I would definitely recommend picking this one up. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. We are Venom.